So today I'd like to discuss a topic that is somewhat of a phenomenon that has been happening to many people around the world, and that is angel numbers. Many people, including myself, have experienced seeing repeat numbers and patterns everywhere. You could be minding your business, turn to the left, and catch a clock or license plate, or on your receipt, see sequences of numbers like 111, 222, 333, etc. I myself began seeing repeated number patterns shortly after 9/11 of 2001. When this first started occurring, I had no idea what it meant. I can recall seeking information online and finding absolutely nothing on this topic back then. This continued all my years since then up until present day, and now I see that people have given this a name, calling them angel numbers. After having this occur so often, I so desperately wanted to understand why, as I am a seeker by nature and have always sought answers to things that perplex me. I can now say I feel strongly I have a better understanding of what angel numbers actually are, which I will explain to you today. In my previous videos on the narrow path to God and how to exodus the matrix, I spoke on my understanding of how life exists on a quantum level and how all things are simply frequencies which can be interpreted as sound, audio signals, radio waves, and light. Hertz is the unit of measurement for sound. However, all of these components can be broken down into a numerical value. In my search for truth, I found that math is the ultimate language of God, and everything that exists operates on numbers or can be translated to numbers. All numbers are units of measurement and can be drawn into lines and shapes, which is the basis for all existence. The mathematical equation the Creator used to manifest life on Earth is all lines and shapes that can be measured. The human body is a clear example of this, which you can clearly see by looking in the mirror. We are all unique, no matter how similar. We each have our own equation from head to toe, as with all things in nature. Our eyes serve as the camera lens that observes all of creation. The human eye and brain work together to see color by translating light into nerve signals that the brain interprets as color. In layman's terms, your eyes perceive color by perceiving the frequency that an object holds. For instance, when you look at a rose, you see the color red. However, what you're actually seeing is the frequency of red, and your brain interprets this all simultaneously. You are the observer, and life exists because you see. If this interests you, you can learn more about this process by researching the double slit experiment. So if all life is frequency, and all frequency is math, and all math can be drawn into shapes, then what are angel numbers, and how do you always seem to catch these numbers at the right time? My question to you is, are you catching the numbers, or are the numbers catching you? I propose that if you and all life forms are made of frequency, then all numbers and life, just like you, have energetic signatures, which in essence would make numbers sentient, living, etheric life forms. Angel, which is an anagram for angle, are nothing more than degrees of measurement. If you take a square and compass, you can measure degrees, which are called angles. So that would make angel numbers nothing more than degrees of light or angles. The thought also occurred to me that maybe the numbers are actually angels, or that we call them archangels. The etymology of the word arc means bow or curve, which ties into this thought process perfectly. Understanding how the eyes work to perceive existence is key to also understanding how the third eye or pineal gland works. The pineal contains the root word pine because this is how your third eye looks. Your third eye is not like your primitive eyes. If you've ever studied the parts of the brain, the frontal lobe, which this eye is far more complex than the two primitive eyes you used to see. However, both work simultaneously. This third eye is like a kaleidoscope that can process more degrees or angles of light that your primitive eye cannot see. The Egyptians understood this concept and demonstrated on hieroglyphs this process. The third eye is also considered to be the flower of life. I've gone much deeper on this topic, calculating the math of angel numbers to see their structure and interpret them a bit more. The only true numbers in English are 1 through 9. And all numbers, no matter how large, can be reduced to 1 through 9. I'm certain the Creator's math operates on a much larger binary code that expands these 9 numbers into much larger numbers in a series of ones and zeros, much like what you've seen in the movie The Matrix. So if you are seeing the number 333, this number is using the Creator's binary system and likely forms into a shape or potentially a being. I decided to decode what the possible names of these angels could be by using the Hebrew alphabet and only the first 3 letters. I use the first 3 letters only because when you study the so-called known archangel names like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, you learn that the first 3 letters are the delineation between them and the L is another name for God. Here's what I discovered. 111 equals none. The word none in Hebrew means faithful one. Also in Aramaic means fish, symbolic of fertility because they multiply rapidly. This makes me think of the story of Jesus multiplying the fish, as well as him saying, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men." 222 is Res Hamet Yod Ayilam, which means support, defense, seize, pursue, reach, move quickly, and dance. 333, 777, and 999 all have the same meaning, which is Shet Tet Vav Betal, which means tooth or hard snake, nail, which is metal used to fasten or secure, house, which could be a structure or royal dynasty, and ox, which is a bull or Taurus. 444, Tav Zeh, which means a sign or mark, scepter, which means to lean on, and weapon. 555 is Res Sam Het Za Pe He Gim, and Dal, which means head, stanchion, or support, defense, hook or scythe, mouth, which is an opening, and window, which means the eye of the wind. This could be interpreted as the mouth and the wind or breath used to speak. Dal means camel, which is to bear, and door, which is an opening or gate. 666 is Tet Vav Bet Al, and Sam Het, which means snake, nail, which is metal used to fasten or secure, house, which could be a structure or royal dynasty, and stanchion, which means support and defense. 888 is Res Sam Het and Kaf Kaf, which means head, stanchion, or support defense, needle or thread, palm of hand, which is linked to a leaf, which could mean together the thread or lines in the palm of your hand. Many say this number means abundance, so maybe it's possibly hinting that your wealth in life is depicted in your palm. Just a thought. So what do angel numbers want and what do they mean? I think most have interpreted them correctly as they are guides within the matrix system that help you along your path to enlightenment. I believe that if you are seeing repeat numbers, it confirms you are connected to higher realms or dimensions and that you can see things many cannot. Your pineal gland is strong and can perceive these angels or angles of light, encouraging you to continue on the path and that the Creator is not only with you, you are protected and cared for by powerful light beings in other dimensions. So next time you see an angel number, take a moment to thank the Creator for the magnificent creation that you are. Peace, love, and light, and thank you for watching.